You're listening to episode 86 of the Nichole Banks Podcast, From Heartbreak to Healing, Practical Steps for Life After Divorce. Welcome to the Nichole Banks Podcast, where divorced women heal, grow, and find new love and dare to begin thriving. I'm Nichole, your divorce recovery coach and happy hour queen. If you're a Gen Xer ready to shake things up, level up, and have some fun, you're in the right place. Buckle up. We're getting into today's episode starting now. Well, good morning. I hope you are doing well. Welcome back to the show. How are you? What's going on this week? It is midweek. I'm telling you what, time is just flying by. I have lost more days than I know what to do with. I wake up on a Friday thinking it's Saturday. I wake up on a Saturday thinking it's Monday. It's just like, holy cannoli, what is going on? Have you ever felt that way? I think for me today, it is about staying hyper focused on some deadlines that I'm running through. I just have, just being pulled from all angles. Trust and believe. Time to slow down a little bit, but that is okay. Yesterday, I spent a beautiful day up in Prescott Valley with my granddaughter and my daughter and my grandson and her husband. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. It's so funny because they're so tiny, right? And all you want is the best, and you hope for the world to be the best for them. It's so crazy how our generations are definitely different, but exciting to see her. She's doing great. Mom's doing great. Big brother's doing great. Super, super cute to see. So I hope you guys are doing well. What's going on with you? Let's go ahead and dive into today's episode. Have you ever felt lost after a divorce, like you're frozen, not knowing which way to turn? Do guilt and loneliness feel like constant companions? If you're nodding your head yes, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the journey of healing from a divorce. And let me tell you, I've walked this road myself. After my second divorce, I was truly lost. I felt frozen, like imprisoned, like I cannot move, like I had no idea where to turn even. The weight of my failed relationship really weighed me down. I mean, it was very, very heavy. And I didn't even know how to handle the emotional chaos from it. In my desperation, of course, I turned to drinking and lots of gambling. And it was my way of numbing and avoiding harsh reality that my life had drastically changed. You have heard me say that if you are afraid of change, then you will live in fear all of your life. Life changes on the daily. One of the things I know for sure is while I felt like I was stuck in a never-ending cycle of self-destruction, because that's truly what I was in for a long time, but then I hit a turning point. I realized that this wasn't the life I wanted. I wanted to heal, to rediscover who I was, and find true happiness again. Now, notice I didn't say find love. For those that are going, oh, I just want love again. Great, I love that. But I want you to find true happiness within you first, then find love. It took time. It took months of ups and downs, tears and breakthroughs, but I finally realized that healing isn't a race. Nope, it's not. It's not a race. For everyone's own experience, they are going to heal in their own terms, in their own frame. It is one of those things where you cannot predict when you're going to be healed. So there's times where I felt like, okay, I'm pulling my shit back together. I'm feeling better. Life is getting good again. And then something would trigger and I felt like I was in a dance, right? You take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward. But the idea behind it is just be mindful. Remember, it's not a race. It is okay to take one day at a time. I started small and I found a supportive community. I also sought out therapy. I worked with a coach. So I had a therapist and a coach. And slowly I replaced my destructive habits with healthier ones. And I began to rediscover who I was, what I loved, and what I wanted my life to look like. Remember, as wives, we do a lot for everyone else. Women always put themselves on the back burner, right? Oh, let's have an omelet with mushrooms, onions, and green peppers. Oh, my husband doesn't like green peppers. I can't have green peppers. We always think of someone else before us. So it felt amazing to me to put my life back together the way I wanted to. Guess who made omelets with mushrooms, green peppers, and onions? Yeah, I did. I'm sharing something with you that if I can do it, you can too. Healing is a journey, and it's one that we'll navigate together. So let's talk about how you can start this journey. Again, for those of us just joining us, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. It means the world to me that you're taking time out of your precious day to level up your life. So first off, let's talk about the guilt. And that guilt, I'm telling you, it's like a shadow that follows you everywhere. You start questioning everything. Was it my fault? Could I have done more? Should I have lost weight? Should I have worn more lingerie? Should I have balanced the checkbook better? Should I have made better meals? Should I have been funnier? Should I have been smarter? You start questioning everything. But here's the truth. Divorce is rarely one-sided. It's important to forgive yourself and understand that you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Remember, guilt doesn't change the past. It only sabotages your presence. So let's also talk about loneliness, because loneliness is such a true thing. It's so crazy because this one can feel like a bottomless pit. The house is too quiet. The bed is too big, and suddenly everything feels empty. Here is my advice. Embrace it. Loneliness isn't a punishment. It's an opportunity to do exactly that. Rediscover yourself. This is what we're talking about. It's time to reconnect with what makes you happy. Pick up the hobby that you've abandoned. Join a club. Volunteer. Travel. Explore. Learn. Fill your life with activities that bring you joy and surround yourself with supportive people. And remember, you're not dead. The sooner you heal, the sooner you can get back to living. Take that dance class you've always wanted to try. Go on the dream trip. Buy the new car. Redecorate your house. Do what makes your heart sing. This is your time to rediscover joy and passion in your life. Okay, now let's get practical. Here are some tips to help you on your healing journey. 1, establish a routine. I'm telling you, I put it up here first because it is so important. Structure can be incredibly grounding. Yes, grounding. Wake up at the same time each day, exercise, eat healthy. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Establish a routine. Remember, in my opinion, a morning routine does not go without a hitch unless you have an evening routine. So evening routines are a big thing with me. I like my sleep. I need my sleep. I have ADHD and OCD, and I'm telling you, my brain does not shut down. So I like to declutter my brain before I go to bed, okay? Number 2 is therapy and coaching. Sometimes you need a professional to help untangle the mess of emotions. Kid you not. Therapy can provide you with tools to cope, while coaching can help you set goals and move you forward. So there's a difference in those two. Therapy is for, the emotional part of it. Coaching will actually hold you accountable for the action part of it. That's right. I said it. I love my job. Number 3 is journaling. Writing down your thoughts can be very therapeutic, and it's actually a safe place to vent, cry, and reflect without judgment. I'm going to put a personal plug in here. I have a 30-day journal challenge. For those that are not fans of journaling, you've heard me say this, if you can text, you can journal. If you have a smartphone, you can journal. But I do have a 30-day journaling challenge. You do a little bit of the assignment in the beginning of the journal, and there's 30 days of guided prompts that say, hey, I never thought of it this way. Let's write it out. What are your thoughts behind it? So I think it's very therapeutic. I love releasing all the things. Being mindful that when you go to bed with all of your thoughts, it's that stacked Rolodex. It's that overloaded, overwhelming Rolodex of every single card. There's something on it. Listen, Gen Xers, we know what a Rolodex is. Envision your mind as a Rolodex. A to Z is stacked full of thoughts, emotions, things, places, people, times, colors, all the things are in that. And when you can release that just before going to bed, guess who's getting a good night's sleep? That's right, you are. And it feels so good. So do it. Journal. The next one is mindful and meditation. And these practices can help you stay present and manage anxiety. I will never forget how high my anxiety was when having to talk to him, the ex, or having to see him, any of that. And I was just, oh my gosh. And my coach had given me some great ways of how to handle that. And meditation and being mindful is such a good one. Number 5 is setting boundaries. Yes, ladies, you have to know what boundaries are to set them. This is crucial. You need to be able to protect your energy and your time. Don't be afraid to say no to situations or people that drain you, right? So sometimes if you're dealing with loneliness, you're not really dealing with people, but you could be on social media. That is a source of draining your energy. It's spinning your mind. It's spinning your emotions. Stop stalking people and literally be able to go ahead and say, you know what? I am putting a boundary on my social media feeds. I am 20 minutes a day and I'm good to go. Okay. If it's that serious in life, people will reach out outside of Facebook. If there's a death in the family, if there's a world catastrophe, things like that, people will call you. People will text you. Hey, turn on the news. Did you know so-and-so passed away? I mean, there's things like that that you have to remember. It's not news on social media. You're not getting it from social media if it's that serious. So it's okay to remove yourself from social media. Boundaries. Boundaries are not just for people. They are for things as well. I want to let you know that it is possible. I want to leave you with hope. Divorce may mark the end of a chapter, the end of a family dynamic, the end of love, the end of what you knew. But it's not the end of your story. It's not. You have the power to write the next chapter the way you want to. You're stronger than you think. Your best days are still ahead. Healing takes time, and that is perfectly okay. You're on your way. I'm here cheering you every step of the way. I want to say thank you so much for listening. I didn't make this podcast any longer than what it is because sometimes when you're in the heat of it, you just need a refresher. You just need a little remembrance. You just need a little bit at a time. So this podcast, for those that are dealing with heartbreak, this podcast is for you. You've got this. I'm here for you. I am cheering you on. All right, ladies, make it a great day. We'll talk soon. That's a wrap for today's episode. I hope you're feeling as refreshed as a spiked lemonade on a hot day. If you love what you heard, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and spread the love. Want to go deeper? Check out my courses, women's retreats, and the Dare to Begin membership, where we put everything we've learned into action. NicholeBanks.com. Don't forget, I spell my name with an H. NicholeBanks.com. Until next time, keep leveling up and dare to begin.